So the latest Firestick update is now on my device, and one of the things we've been asking for a very long time is just regarding making storage on these devices easier to manage. As you know, most of these Firesticks only have a couple of gigs of storage, and once you've installed a few applications, that space quickly gets filled up. Well, with this new update, they've now added in some great features to help you better manage your applications, to help you better manage your storage, and there's also some hidden tweaks that they've added just to make the entire process on the Firestick that little bit slicker. So in this video today, let's talk about this new update. Let me show you some of those new features, and also one of the biggest things that will break once this update goes fully live. So please do take a moment to hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, let's get started. If you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest Firestick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. Now, if you don't have the latest update on your device, you can always go over to settings, go down into My Fire TV. Let's click on that. Click on About, click on Check for Updates, click on Select, and we can see as of the 19th of February, my device is running Fire OS 7.6.2.4. Now, the first thing they've added in this update is the ability to categorize or sort your applications by recency. So the applications that you're using regularly will go to the bottom, and the ones that you haven't used for a long time will be shown at the top, so you can quickly potentially uninstall them, because lots of people like to try out many different applications and you may actually forget, why did I install this? What's it still doing on my device? And this new feature will quickly show you if you haven't used an application for a long time. Now, to access the first new feature, if you press back again, let's now click on applications. Let's now click on manage install applications. Now, a previous update added this feature where if you click on sort alphabetically, they added this feature where you can sort the applications by app size. So if I do that first, now you can see the logic behind this. So this is now going to show me all of the applications installed on my device, but sorted out by size. So if you do have some big hitters, like for example, the K application is taking up 180 meg, Plex is 160, Netflix is 143. So you can quickly spot or identify the big applications, and if you're not really using them, you can uninstall them and quickly reclaim that space back. Because I mean, these applications look like they're quite big, but I can't tell you straight away when did I last use these applications. Well, if I now utilize the new feature, let's click on sort by app size, and let me now click on sort by recency. Let's click on that. This will now quickly go through the applications and tell you, for example, on this Firestick, which I mainly use for recording, I've never really used the Silk browser, never used YouTube, never used the Roku channel, for example. So here we can see this application is 20 meg in size. I can click on that and uninstall it, because if I've never used it, maybe I just installed it for testing or for other purposes. With this new feature, I can quickly go ahead and uninstall it. Now, if you keep going down, eventually you'll see some of the applications I've actually been using on this device. For example, I used App Opener 1 day ago, Project Ivy 2 days ago, the Remapper for Disney 2 days ago, and we can see the other applications here. So Netflix was used 4 days ago, and here we have my new App Terminator, which I'm working on. It's proving to be very difficult, but I know lots of you are asking for a one-click solution to properly terminate, force stop all of your applications running in the background with one click. So do drop a like on this video or leave me a comment if you are waiting for that. Okay, so now we can see the applications which I have regularly used, and of course ones at the top which I'm not using that much. So a great way for you to identify applications on your device that you're not using anymore. Now, the other thing they've also added, which I know some devices have, but this was something that was being rolled out as a phased approach. So depending on your location, depending on your country, you may have this feature or it may still be pending. And that feature is to basically get a curated or a specialized bespoke watch list of just the things relevant to you. So you can use your voice and say, what should I watch? And this will now look at your current subscriptions, it will look at the stuff that you watched before, and based on that, it will then recommend content, either live content or even VOD content. Now we can see here on my device, it's showing me some things on the live TV that I may be interested in. And of course, I can just click on one of these and that will start playing. And it also shows me on-demand content. And again, this is based on stuff that you've previously watched, basically using AI technology, looking at your previous watch history, looking at the applications or your subscriptions on your device. And then based on that, it builds a list of things that you may be interested in. Now, one other feature regarding audio, which I know lots of people complain about, because depending on different applications, depending on different sources, there's always an issue where although the audio seems to be okay with the background noise or with maybe action scenes happening in the background, when it actually comes to dialogue, people talking, that always seems to be a little bit on the lower side. Now, wouldn't it be great if a feature was added to the Firesticks which would actually enhance the dialogue volume but also level out the volume? So instead of having really loud explosions in the background and having very quiet talking, with this new feature, it will actually normalize that audio or just balance it out. Now again, if I go over to settings, click on that, display and audio, go to audio again, go down into advanced audio, and we can now see these features. We have the volume leveler, which sets a consistent volume level across all of your streaming applications and applications. So I can turn that on, and we also have the new dialogue enhancer. So really important, especially if you like to watch your TV in the evening and maybe you have people or kids sleeping. With this new feature, you can turn this on and it will enhance or slightly amplify the dialogue volume. I can turn that on. That's working great. Do leave me a comment below if you knew about this feature or it's something that you were looking forward to using. Now this one I think has been here for a while, but as soon as we're in this menu, if you ever have issues where you have slight lip sync issues where maybe you hear the audio first, or maybe the audio is too fast and it's not keeping up with the person talking. Now again, with this new feature, I can click on AV sync tuning and now get to see a graphical representation. And basically when the ball hits the paddle, that's when you should hear the audio, and that means your audio is in sync. Now if you hear the audio later, so the ball hits the paddle and then you hear the noise, you can basically use the left and right on your remote to adjust that volume or to adjust the audio to make sure it's in sync with that paddle. So again, a great way for you to tune your audio and just to make sure everything is in sync. So when you're watching your favorite movie or TV show, you won't have any issues with the audio. Now, unfortunately, although my device doesn't have this, it was reported by AFTV News that Amazon are looking to break the remapping of these media buttons. So as you guys know, you can remap the Disney Plus button, the Netflix button, and get them to launch any other application that you like. Now, for example, on my 4K Firestick Max, as soon as I press the Disney button, we can see it launches a custom launcher for me. So this is a way that we've basically got around the home button being broken from a previous update. So if you do want to launch a custom launcher, you can remap one of these media buttons. But as reported by AFTV News, it looks like in a future update, that feature will be broken. So these applications will only be able to launch their respective original applications. And as I mentioned this on my extra channel, which is where I normally post the news updates, it really does seem like Amazon just want to make this as difficult as possible and just more or less force you to use the applications, the official applications that they support. As I said in that video, I've paid for my Fire Stick, I've paid for my remote control. If I don't pay for Disney Plus, if I don't use Netflix, then why can't I just remap those buttons? I mean, I've already paid for the device and the remote control. Why can I not have that control? But as we know in this particular area, what Amazon say is final, and looks like with this latest update, once it is rolled out, which breaks the launching of custom applications by using these media buttons. And let me quickly also share a super special amazing offer only for the next 2 weeks, whereby you can get complete protection for all of your devices, all of your Fire Sticks, all of your Android TVs, Windows, laptops, phones, everything covered with maximum protection. Change your IP address, hide your online activity, access geolocked content, and to get all of that for under $3 a month, I definitely think you want to take up this special offer. Do have a look in the video description and pinned comment.